Hey guys, what up? Neji YGO here. So this is going to be our deck profile for the Alliance Insight pre-releases that we went to, and we took Chimera Fiendsmith. Yeah, we made a switch from Odeon and kind of looked at the meta and said, hey, what works well and what works well into the meta. And I came to the conclusion that Chimera Fiendsmith actually works very well in the meta. At least it works well in a Droll. One might be thinking, hey, I'm normal summoning Mirror Sword Knight, effect search, Droll and res, that might suck. For most, yes, but in this 42 card list, it's actually an advantage that your opponent Drolls you, because most of the time you end up ripping one from their hand and having like 3 to 4 interruptions. So I'll go into that in another video, but for now, this is just going to be about the success I've had with this deck. So yeah, we only lost twice in the last 2 locals here. I'm going to another locals today. I'll be posting a new video if I win it, but we'll see. Yeah, let's get into it. So first and foremost, we are playing, hang on. 3 Mirror Sword Knight. Had to reorganize that for a second, but yeah, 3 Mirror Sword Knight. You know, bread and butter card you want to see most often, usually. But I play 3 mainly for consistency. I know some lists get away with playing this at 2, but I feel like 3 is just good. So 3 Mirror Sword Knight, and then 3 Cornfield Codal. Cornfield Codal I felt was actually better than Mirror Sword Knight a lot of times because you can add any monster that mentions Chimera Fusion, right? So you can add your Beast, you can add Mirror Sword Knight, you can add whatever, right? And shout out to Abdul for letting me use these in the meantime until mine come in. Appreciate you, boss man. And then next up, we are playing 3 Gazelle, King of the Mythical, is it Claws? King of the Mythical Claws. Yeah, and Gazelle is amazing. Gazelle overperforms every time I use it. And obviously, along with the Gazelles, we are playing the 1 birth from it. Yeah, just really insane package, honestly. Like, these 3 cards feel so amazing when you draw them. And then to match all of that, we are going with our 3 QCR Nightmare Apprentice. Also another really insane card. This is the key, which I will go over in a couple videos down the road, but this is also the key to OTKing your opponent without having to attack them directly. Yeah, I'll get that. Like I said, I'll get that into that in another video. But Nightmare Apprentice, really good. And then naturally 3 Chimera Fusion, just very good card. Quick play fusion, not once per turn effective fusion summon is like the best part of it. Best part about it. And then we figured to help break boards, playing 3 Droplet would help in that case, and it has. Playing 3 Droplet, like, this card hasn't actually come up a ton for me, but when it has, it's let me break boards with ease. Like, normally, it's not that hard breaking it, but like, Droplet just makes it that much easier, right? So, really happy with how Droplet performed. And then 3 Book of Eclipse. Again, this might be subject to change, Eclipse, if the format has, like, not using a ton of targeting effects. I might sub this out for another hand trap instead of Eclipse, but, you know, we'll have to see how the format shakes out and what's being played. So, yeah. So those 3 did perform very well. And then this package was great. Sinister Necrom summons this, and this is a light fiend. So this is how you bridge into Fiendsmith under Droll. If you guys are curious about that line, I can go into detail about that later as well. And then the 1 Lacrima. Shout out to Aaron for providing the QCR Lacrima. You a homie. And then, so yeah, we got the 1 Lacrima. We got 3 Engraver. Still looking for our 3rd Plat Secret, but this is pretty standard. The 1 Lurie, 1 Tract, 1 Paradise. This is all pretty standard. Played really well, right? Like, these cards overperform. I do main the Paradise, mainly because I hate not having it turn 1 if I don't have, if I don't have access to the Fiendsmith engine. I'd rather have access to Paradise. It's just another layer of interruption. And then we've been going with 2 Phantasme. This actually has been playing really well for me. Because in theory, if you're going against Fiendsmith, Malice, or really any deck that makes a Link summon, even rogue decks make Link summons, like, it makes him live, and not only is he a draw and reorganizing your hand if you draw a brick, in addition to that, he's a targeting negation and destruction, right? So I think Phantasme is actually a really dark horse hand trap in the format right now. So watch out for Phantasme coming up. I think Phantasme is going to be a really good hand trap right now. 3 Droll, naturally. Main reason being for leaving Drollin is Mitsurugi and Ryzeal. Mitsurugi, I know it doesn't really affect like that I've seen. It stops their plays somewhat. They can still have layers of interruption out, but for the most part, Droll hurts. So I think you should leave it in and only take it out if you're playing against Mouse. I think that is an effective hand trap against every deck except Mouse. And then we are on 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, naturally. Honestly, the main reason for Ash being in the deck is to counteract the Charmies, if I'm being completely honest. Like, that is when it feels the best, is when they go, I go like Requiem effect to summon, and they go Chain Fua, I go Chain Ash. It feels amazing. I feel like that is a winning play right there. Speaking of Fua, we are playing 3 Fua in the main. You know, another just great card, right? You resolve this, you're probably winning games. I resolved 2 at one of the tournaments. And then 1 call by, 1 tactics. Just, you know, great cards. Like, I don't want to cut these to make it to 40 because these come up and they win me games, right? Like, having one, like either of these cards and getting them to resolve is a game-winning play. Like, being able to look at your opponent's hand, it's always been busted, right? Like, these cards should be in your deck. So, yeah, 42, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 42. Playing really solid. So, extra deck, we've got the Fiendsmith package, right? So, Moon of Closed Heaven, your Requiem. Again, shout out to Aaron for the QCR Requiem. Sequence, Agnamde, Princess, all pretty standard. Desiree. Shout out to Alex. He got me that one. DD High Wave King. I don't remember where I got this one from. Sorry if I'm forgetting. DD High Wave King. Chaos Angel came up a little bit. Chimera. Clutch. Clutch card. I love Chimera. And the other Chimera, of course. And then the other Chimera. Naturally. And then the other Chimera. I know this isn't Chimera, but like, whatever. It's Perform It, right? So funny thing about this list is that this card is just insane. Like, this card literally will win you games if you play it right. I don't know why people aren't playing this in this list when they're playing the deck. Like, this should be played. This is how you win games when your opponent thinks they have it and they have like a gajillion bodies on board, and you only have like this and like 2 illusions, and you just go summon, beam, bam, bam, right? Attack for game. You go beam, bot, boom, bot, beam, bot, bam. So then, yeah, so you got like Chimera, the hand rep. This is your bridge into Fiendsmith. This is your like OTK. It's just so good. Like, it's just ridiculously good. I'm so having so much fun with this list. And then Duke and Azamina. I felt this has come up when I like, if I'm playing poorly or for whatever reason, if I run out of resources and it gets into sort of a grindy game and I need a, or I just need a non-destruction send, I'll make Azamita Soul. Comes in handy. And then it's also an illusion, so like maybe follow up, right? And then Duke for like an extra normal summon. I haven't used it really yet. Like, he comes up in the grind game for sure, but I feel like if I'm trying to go overextend and make Duke, I'm not making smart plays. That's just, I don't know, my opinion. Like, I could kind of maneuver my way around and still make High Wave King without having Engraver to special back and like make Necroquip, right? But if you can still make him if you have Engraver on board and Duke of Demise. So, you know, it's there are plays there. I think if, you know, you have your Link 2 here, you fusion summon to this, and then you can overlay and still make him. So still kind of exploring Duke of Demise. And then for our side deck, we've got 3 Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell on the side overperformed. Very good card on the side, in my opinion. Hits Mitsurugi, hits Malice. Even hits Ryzeal because of the plugin. Hits like everything, right? So I think Ghost Bell's really good. And then obviously, we're not going to talk about that, right? You guys already know. These things shot up, so stonks. And then 3 Chaos Hunter. Chaos Hunter, I just feel like this needs all the help it can get. I feel like with any deck against Malice because of how powerful it is. So you might as well just play Banishing Locks, right? And then Harpies plus our Lightning Storm. Played well. Like, I felt like this was good for sure going second. Just because if I felt like my opponent was siding back row, but it wasn't protected, I'd side this in. Like, if, for example, against Trap Tricks, like, kind of pointless because I think their Link or something protects back row. No, it's like it's not a Link, it's another body, but yeah, I felt like this was fine. Some Malice players are playing deck lockdown, which I'm getting a little worried about that. So, like, I think I'm going to keep this package in because deck lockdown is a scary card. And then for the last 3, we decided to throw Solemn Strike in because I felt like instead of Nib, I felt like most of my hand traps covered a lot of matchups, at least at the moment. And if I wasn't playing, like, I have Fua, I don't need more draw cards. I didn't feel like maybe that'll change in the future. Like, maybe this will be in the main and I'll put more draw cards in there for specific matchups like Meows. But, you know, I'd have to see if it's worth putting a Meows in the side and just taking Eclipse out, which high key might be what I'll be doing in the near future. Just because it just makes more sense, right? Against Malice, which is going to be definitely the most popular deck. So, yeah, that just makes the most sense for me. And Strike will help going first. So it makes the siding patterns a little easier, at least for me. All right, now we can do the satisfying shuffle, right? Yay. All right. Yeah, so that's it. That's how I've been doing with this deck, and I've just been having a blast of a time with it. So, you know, if you guys have any questions, leave it out in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer it. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Just let me know what questions you got, and I'll go into a combo deck list next time around. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks.